Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right. Shall we? Good morning, everyone. Good morning and good morning again. My goodness, boy, do we have a show for you today. But before we get started on those red hot fiery topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. There we go. We've got merchandise. We've got everything you need. Just check us out. Oh, we even have my book, Life After the Diagnosis. Yes, it's hot. Check it out. If you are a survivor or you know a survivor, this is the book for you, just like the commercial says. My goodness. I know you guys have heard. I know you guys have seen. So now we're at the point of this. What the heck is going on at the border in Texas dealing with the Haitians? Yeah. What in the world is going on? Now, let me tell you what I know. Let me tell you what I read. And you guys can chime in anytime you feel like it. From what I've seen, you guys know in Haiti, there was a disaster. There was hurricanes. There was floods. So people were fleeing. It was violence. It was anything and everything imaginable was going on in Haiti. And so they started to flee and come where? America the beautiful, America the great. That's what they had in their minds. So they wanted to seek refuge here in America. What happens to Black folks seeking refuge in America? They are under an overpass. They are under a bridge. No food, no clothes, no running water. Should I go on? We're not talking about 100 and some odd people. We're talking about thousands of people that are underneath an overpass. Now, to just pour salt in the wounds of these Black people, you go and get some police, okay? Not just any old type of police. You go get police with cowboy hats, horses, whips, and lassos. Where are these people supposed to go? What are these people supposed to do? Why are you rounding them up? Rounding them up to send them back? Okay. You guys help me wrap my brain around this right here, because it's going to be a moment this morning, because I'm so upset with us as Black people. And let me tell you why. Because, and I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. If this was Trump, if this was Donald Trump pulling this at the border with a group, a huge thousands of Black people, if this was Trump, you guys would be going off. This is Biden. It's under his administration. And I don't hear none of y'all. That's a problem. If the tables were turned and this was happening to Black people under Trump, we would be hearing it. Where's the roo-roo, rah-rah, roar? Where is it? Now, Hispanics, when Trump was giving it to y'all, y'all were sounding off. Y'all didn't like it, all of that. You still voted for him. Anyway, guess what? Look how we looking. We voted for Biden. And look what's happening at the border with us. The minority, look, I'm going to break it down. Brown, Black, it don't matter who's in office. You are going to see and feel the injustice. Bottom line, Trump administration, it was the Hispanics at the border. Biden administration, it's the Blacks at the border. What? It doesn't matter. If you are a Black and brown color, you cannot win. Now you got, hey, I'm open. I'm open for some sunlight, for some silver lining. I'm open for all of that. And I was going to post that picture that has went viral of the police, deputies, whoever they are, on these horses rounding up these Black people with whips and lassos. I was going to post that. But guess what? It's already viral. And every time I look at that photo, it reminds me of back in the day when they used to call them slave catchers. Y'all remember? They used to get on their horses, lasso them up, and ring them in and take them right back to their slave masters. Michelle, good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friend. Oh, what a atrocity. You're absolutely right. No aid, no money, and zero respect. I'm telling you. And guess what? We're feeling it just like the Hispanics felt it at the border. You remember, it was under Trump. We're looking identical here. Identical. So everyone who was talking about Trump, whoop, you that's not right. Well, where are you talking about Biden doing the same mess? But it's people who look like you. They didn't vote him in. They didn't have to. But look the way he's treating someone that looks like you. Let's get real, people. Let's get real. We voted him in. That's how he's there. And we're not declaring anything. We're not demanding anything. And look, yesterday, I watched The View. I record it, I watch it. When I miss it, let me tell you something what Sonny said that rang bells in my spirit, man, and in my being, okay? She said, if we could fly thousands of people from Afghanistan to America, and we are sending 8,600 Haitians back to Haiti in the midst of the disaster, what's the deal? Why are you treating, look, I believe in justice all the way around. Don't start with me. But if you're going to do this for Afghanistans, you need to do it for Haitians. You need to make it right. Come on now, America. It's time to make this thing right. It's sad to say, but Texas has a slave mentality. Honey, it's not even just Texas, baby. We're talking about from the top on down. Look at what is happening in the administration. And nothing can, I mean, as president, as Congress, as your representatives, they can tell Texas do this, Texas do that, or this is insane. This is insane. And we can't say anything about that Mexican border, about detain. What was that? What did they call it? It was the area where they were capturing the Hispanics and Guatemala. What was it? Oh my goodness, they had a name for it. I can't think right now. I'm just so. But as the Hispanics, and you talked about how they were sleeping on aluminum foil, and they said, oh, they're eating. Oh, these cameras aren't showing the real picture. We're taking care of them. You are taking care of who? How come you can't do that for those Haitians? You guys aren't doing anything for them. Look, I'm down for taking care of everybody. But whatever you did for the Hispanics at the border, you fed them, you took care of them, you had blankets for them, whatever you call yourself doing. How come you can't do it for these Haitians? I don't remember anybody on horses with whips and lassos with the Hispanics at the border, with the Mexicans at the border. I don't remember it. Now, listeners, if you know of any Hispanic folk that want to chime in to tell me what was going on at that border, please do. Other than that, I'm confused. I am really confused. How can you say you're taking care of one folk and you not taking care of another? It's just not right. There's nothing about this cool. Nothing about this is cool. Nothing. Oh my gosh. It's just sickening. It's just sickening. I'm just at a loss of words. What do you guys say? What do you guys say? What say you? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to pull you out. I'm just wow. Let me see what y'all got. Oh, woo. Let me go back. Michelle, you're absolutely right. Yes, the conditions were sickening, but at least they weren't shipped back like cargo. Thank you. And that's where I'm at. You said you were helping the Hispanics at the border and da-da-da-da. I don't remember lassos. I don't remember whips. I don't remember folks on horses. Good morning, Tammy. The contrast in the treatment of the Afghans versus the Haitians is blatant. Thank you. All of them are illegal immigrants welcoming Afghans and deporting Haitians. America has a serious problem. Thank you, ma'am. Are you at work, ma'am? Let me know if you're at work, because if you are able to come on, I'm gonna put you on, because you are right this morning. This is sickening. And with my understanding is you call yourself taking care of the Hispanics at the border, which is cool. Thank you. I mean, you said I'm just going by what you said. That's all except the people on the floor, except people on ground floor. Oh, okay. Next time, Tammy, I'm gonna have you on the show. Matter of fact, well, you know what? We'll talk about that towards the end. But yes, ma'am. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for your comments. Keep them coming. But the people on ground zero level were saying that they weren't taken care of. They were being mistreated. They were being raped. They were being abused. They were being everything. So The media portrayed it as, in some, some stages, oh, it's not that bad, da 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 da. And then on some avenues, they were being mistreated, raped, abused, all the above. So it's like this contrast. It's like this contrast. You don't know. So my thing is, okay, ground zero does not have to show you the inhumane treatment of these Haitians. I am appalled. I am, and we should be sounding off as African Americans. Those are our people. Yeah, you ain't from Haiti. Okay, they look like you though. And that's this is when I get so upset with us, because it's like, you like, okay, I know how to speak correct English, but I'm going to break it down. You around here worshiping and going crazy over these celebrities. Name a celebrity, and I'm dead serious right now. Name a celebrity that is taking this on and talking about it in the media. Name one celebrity. And then on top of that, the celebrity that you call yourself following, trying to be like, trying to look like, or whatever, what are they saying about how the treatment is for those people, your people that look like you? And yes, you're not from Haiti, but they look like you. I don't hear anybody in Hollywood talking about this. The Democrats, this is the Democratic Party. What are you talking about when you're not talking about what's happening to Haiti right now? What are y'all talking about? Because obviously it ain't nothing. And see, like I said in the beginning, if this was Donald Trump doing this to these black people, y'all would be going crazy. And is it because it's Biden? You ain't saying nothing? If you voted for him, you have the right to say something. This is not cool. These people that's being oh my goodness. It's the Biden administration. This is who it's under. It's not under Trump. I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about Trump. Yes, Trump mistreated the Hispanics. Yes, he rounded them up. He did all of that. What does this look like? What does this right here look like? Sunshine, good morning. It's so sad. Yes, ma'am. The enemy's busy, but God's still in charge. Amen. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But we're his hands, and we're his feet, and we're his mouth. But let me read your comment. Things are changing different in White House. What is happening there? Why is the issue not being addressed? Thank you. It seems like they're still trying to take us back to slavery. Hello? When they allow it. Biden not standing on what he speaks where he's at. Thank you. Looking at this, he's standing down. Thank you again. When it comes down to it, all the same in the White House, Democrats or Republicans. Baby, that right there is where I'm at right now. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. It ain't this, it's no difference. Black and brown people are being mistreated. Point blank, period, case closed, bam. Tammy, sadly, I have no faith in our current administration and will not donate another dime to the party until people who look like me are treated and afforded the same protections as Asians, etc. And Afghanistan's, and yes, ma'am, and yes, ma'am. Everybody was, and look, let me say this again, okay? I believe in fair treatment across the board. I don't want anybody mistreated. Don't get me wrong. But just like y'all sounded off for the Asians, just like you sounded off for the Afghans, sound off for the Hispanics and the blacks, the Mexicans, Latinos, sound off. I'm not hearing nothing. Period. Thank you. I'm tired of y'all. I mean, and look, we have the power to vote people in and people out. Protesting. Look, I'm not telling you to walk down the street. I'm not telling you to march no more. I'm not telling you to do all that no more. And to me, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you marching in the street. Let me tell you what they care about. That dollar. All you have to do is withhold your money. That's all you got to do. And trust me, you, you will get some ears wide open listening to what you need. Hold your money until you get what you want. Because this administration, this so-called administration, and you're the majority. Come on now. You're the man, I'm telling you, if the tables were turned and this was Donald Trump, y'all would be going off. You would be going off. And I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear anything from Hollywood. The celebrities that you guys followed, that you guys saw on VMAs, that you guys watch, look who's wearing what. These billionaires that are making all this money on you because you buy their shoes, their ear pods, their whatever. Demand some stuff. Oh my goodness, I'm not paying. Look, no. I don't care nothing about no football. I don't care nothing about nothing. Something needs to happen with this madness at the border. And I was going to post the picture to show you what I'm talking about, but it makes me sick to my stomach. Shayna, hey, truth, speak, MonaLisa. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm being real. I'm putting it on the table this morning. I don't care. I'm ready for all y'all. Whoever want to say something different than what's happening. If this was Donald Trump, y'all would be going off. It's Biden. You still need to go off. This is inhumane treatment. Just like everybody was going off about the Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Latinos, or whoever they are at the border. Let's go. Because guess what? We're being treated the same in some cases, but if you ask me, worse. Because I don't remember seeing lassos, whips, and men on horsemen. I don't remember seeing that during the Trump administration. Yes, everyone was mistreated. I'm not taking that back from nobody. It was wrong, and it's still wrong. And we're still being mistreated, and no one's saying anything. That's why I'm so upset. And Biden, President Biden, who put you in there? People that look like us, because everybody else sure wasn't going to put you in there. And so you promised to do some things. Yeah, start here. Do something with this right here. You flew people from Afghanistan. You flew them here and gave them shelter. But you're racking them up. Racking them. I said it. You're rounding them up and shipping them back to craziness. You know it's a disaster there. You know that they had problems with what? But yet you bring thousands of people from Afghan here. And like I said at the top of the show, I believe in justice and in human dignity and respect across the board. Afghans, yes, come, seek refuge. But you need to do the same thing with the Haitians and the Mexicans that's fleeing disasters and problems and wars and issues. Come on now. But this is what get me. Let me tell you what I also heard. You ready for this? They're talking about drugs. They said they're bringing drugs with them. What? These people have nothing. And you talking about they're bringing drugs. Man, shut up. Shut up. Shayna, who do you think is telling Biden what to do? I don't think it's him 100%. Who is they don't want me to talk or answer questions. Got to get to the root of the issue. Yes, ma'am. And look, you're right. The president doesn't have 100% control. You're right. You're right. But who's control of the House? Who's the majority in the House? It ain't 50-50. Somebody's saying something. Or everybody ain't saying nothing. How about that? Rebecca, his advisors. Beautiful. Good morning, Rebecca. His advisors are telling him what to do. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for the info. Your advisors are who? Come on now. Let's follow the money. Let's follow the advisors. Who's telling you what to do? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Who's telling you what to do? Look, I am so serious. Tammy, shipping them like cattle. Girl, I'm telling you. Many of those families travel through dozens of countries to get to our border. Lord have mercy. That shows how strong they are. I'm telling you, they would be willing to work while the U.S. is complaining about not having people to work. Some of them less desirable jobs. I probably would have died on foot trying to get there. It's hot. Honey, that's why, look, bottom line, we are strong people. And look, Mexicans, Hispanic, y'all strong too, because you're going through to get here. And then when you get here, you're sent back. Ain't nothing about that right. Nothing. Shayna, who are the faces of the advisors? Exactly. Exactly, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. You said the advisors. Who are they? And then on top of that, you better listen to the people who put you in office. And the advisors, if it's contrary to who put you in office, it's a problem. It's a problem. You should have enough guts to tell the advisors, you know what? This is a bad idea. Or, you know what? I'm deciding to do something else. I mean, I don't know. Veto some stuff? I do not know. But something needs to happen. Because this right here is you're treating us like animals. And I hear you, Mexicans, Hispanics, Latinos, when they were treating y'all like this in the Trump administration, I see you. Because believe it or not, we weren't worried about it. We were like, that ain't us. Now it's us. You know, there's a way that stuff gets turned around. You know what I'm saying? You call yourself turning your back or turning your face on some stuff and not addressing some things. It's gonna come back. It's a way that things come back on you. And this is another thing. If you see something, do something. Shayna, like you said, follow the money. Thank you. Nothing or no one else matters. Money, money, money. Girl, you better preach this morning. Tammy, special envoy for Haiti resigns, citing inhumane U.S. decision to deport thousands of Haitians from U.S. border. This is the U.S. ambassador for Haiti. See? That's what I'm talking about. You see that mess? You see that? And you guys flew Afghans away from Afghanistan to here. for seeking refuge and shelter because America is the great and the beautiful and opportunities beyond opportunities. But when the people get here seeking refuge, you send them back to the disaster. Are you sending everybody back? No, you're not. That's why I say it's something else going on. Someone is taking a stand. I'm telling you, someone is taking a stand. My goodness. His name is Daniel Foote. Okay, Daniel Foote. You were talking about the celebrities? Okay. Um, Good. Because I'm curious. That was my question. All of these people, these celebrities that you want to look like, act like, and whatever, you're admiring their money. Who's talking about this? What's going on at the border? And look, this is also the deal. It's a lot of rappers. It's a lot of singers. It's a lot of folk that came out of Texas that are celebrities now. Look at what's going on at your border where your mom and them stay. Okay? Look at what's happening. What you got to say about that? He's the U.S. ambassador for Haiti. He resigned. Oh, got you. Okay. This is a hot mess. But like I was saying, my point, all of these folks that came from Texas, these rappers, these singers, whatever, all y'all that's sipping out of golden straws, you look, let me tell you something. If you're rich, congratulations. I'm happy that you're rich. And that's your money, and you earned your money the way you earned your money. Look, I ain't mad at you. But you have it to bless people that don't. Okay? Yes, the Bible says we'll always have the poor among us. I get that. But all at the same time, you don't have all of that just to have it. And you can't take it with you. So what are you really doing? He resigned because the U.S. didn't do what we were supposed to. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Look, y'all. I can't even say it's getting real. It's real. It's real out here. This topic right here hit so many levels for me. It hit me in the heart. It hit me in the mind. It hit me in my soul because it just, oh my goodness. I can't even put it in words. And the photography, the photos, the pictures that are coming out, it's just heartbreaking. And guess what? I understand now. It makes so much sense to me how the Mexicans, Hispanics, Latinos, how they were treated at the border and how they felt. I get it. I get it now. And you know, that's the only way you're going to get it, is if it hits in your backyard. That's the only way you're going to get it. If it hits in your backyard, front yard, side door, however you want to talk about it, it has to hit you. And guess how it's going to hit the government? Guess how it needs to hit the Biden administration? Sadly, those in charge don't have the heart of God. It's not a prerequisite for office and power. You know, it's not a prerequisite, but you know, back in the day, not everybody had the heart for God, but every king had a prophet that he listened to. If you don't believe me, go back in your Bible and read it. Every king would have a prophet that gave him advice. And even if he was an evil king, he had a witch to tell him something, to tell him what to do. Either way, it wasn't his sole decision to do anything. He always was advised. And earlier we stated that his advisors is jacked up because they ain't saying nothing either. Rebecca, Stephen Miller decimated all agencies within the DHS, immigration processing, pandemic prep, preparedness, MonaLisa, preparedness, etc. We are living with the impacts of those decisions. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Rebecca, for education, honey. I love it. I love it, love it. They must have false prophets in the 21st century. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's about that time. It's about that time. We are in the end times. I'm telling you, whoever's in his ear. But even if they are in his ear, you got a heart. Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking when you go to bed at night. I don't know if this is wrestling in your spirit or in your soul. I don't know. But all I know is what's going on right now is wrong. And what's been happening is wrong. And we're wrong. Just flat out wrong. It seems like we only help those who can help us in some type of way. You're only helping the Afghans because it's a backline agenda, a backdoor agenda going on there. All of that going on with Afghan. Because why would you fly them here and everything's okay and then you sending everybody else back? That don't make sense. Because you can't benefit from Hispanics being here. You can't benefit from Haitians being here. You can't benefit from the minority, brown and black people being here. So since you can't benefit, you're shipping them back over. What's the real deal? Yeah, gang, this was the hot topic. This was the number one because I was like, I need to I need to hear about somebody else being upset besides me. Yeah, because I'm just at this point to where it's like I'm not understanding at all. And just to know that we chose, it's not like we didn't know. So that on top of this other craziness going on, this right here. Exactly. You go and see me as a boss. It's like this. We have to make a new policy. Our policy, we have to tell our employees that it's mandatory to get a vaccination. And now it's being questioned, is that constitutional? So now we're battling with the fact of, are we going to lose employees because they don't want to get vaccinated? Or are we going to lose employees with that and lose employees because they don't want to get vaccinated? So as a boss, you got to make a decision. Keep the people or abide by this mandatory law, which is in violation of everything. Everything. So I mean, when you think about everything, y'all, it's like, this is crazy. It's like, do y'all remember watching The Twilight Zone? The Twilight Zone was like, you go through this whole episode. I mean, it's like this whole scenario. And then at the end of the show, it's all fake. It's it's all fake. The people, the situation, everything. And then at the end, he says, you have walked into or welcome to the Twilight Zone, right? That's what I feel like is going to happen any day now because of crazy stuff happening. So if you're just tuning in, our red hot today was mandatory vaccination. I would love to hear what you have to say about that. And the Texas border, what the heck? Okay? That's what we're talking about. We don't have three today. We got two. Two main situations. Rebecca, what you got? Afghan allies were not processed and evacuated sooner because there was a literal bona fide neo-Nazi orchestrating immigration policy. Okay. All right. Understandable. Um, all at the same time, we've got disaster, war, famine, and all of that dealing with these other two. The Hispanics, the Mexicans, and the Haitians. So, yeah, it's all bad. I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's all bad. So while you're shipping everybody over here and giving them refuge, do it for everybody else. That's what I'm saying. Don't come around here and do stuff for one folk and don't do it for the rest. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Administration. Shayna, since none of these fleeing to the U.S. are being required to take the vaccine, I guess they can be employed and those not agreeing with the mandate be sent home. Is that perhaps what the administration wants? Don't know. But it's a disaster no matter how you look at it. It's a disaster no matter how you look at it. You are right, Shayna. And let's talk about this. Everybody at the border, they're saying is, how do I put this? They're saying that the fear is coronavirus at these borders, under this bridge, this overlay, all of this. They're going to vaccinate them. They're going to vaccinate them. I got a feeling that they're going to go right in there and vaccinate everybody. I got a feeling, because the concern is the coronavirus. The concern is COVID-19. So yeah, I think these people will be vaccinated, and I don't think they're going to have anything to say about it. And you're probably right. If they say no, or maybe that even happened. Think about it. If they said no, you getting shipped back. What if that's happening behind the scenes? I heard yesterday they declared they were all testing negative. Well, amen. So what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? So if they're all negative, why can't we take care of them? Because the whole concern now just yesterday, I heard that somebody stated that the concern was drugs. They didn't want drugs being brought over. What? Who got drugs when we trying to live every day? Get on out of here. Good grief. Amen, if you believe it. Right? Oh, well, good morning. I try to reserve my thoughts for people close to me. Girl, I'm telling you. God. America, in my opinion, are double-minded. I shared last week, they're taking the rights, choice of privacy from women, but now when taking the choice from both men and women as employees with the vaccine, then nobody wants to comply. It's confusion all the way around. It's just, oh boy. Like I said, I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. It's just unreal how the Constitution that used to be the paper that we go by is just being ripped in shreds. Good grief. Isn't it an article in the Constitution to state that refugees are supposed to be sent here and taken care of? Isn't it somewhere in there? Oh my gosh. Sunshine. Photos are very sad. Bringing in drugs through the water, the drugs would be no good to sell. Any reason to give order to beat them? Lord. Right. The Bible is truth. That's the problem. What are they following? Life is choices. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, it's just unreal. I just sit back and just be like, what? Where What? I mean, oh, yeah. I like y'all said, I'm at a loss of words because when I get started on it, it's like I may sound a certain way to a certain folk, but I'm gonna tell y'all today, I'm letting you all have it. And I said this at the top of the show, and I mean every bit of it. And let me say it very slowly for everybody. And come after me. I'm ready. Come after me if you feel like you don't agree. If this was Donald Trump, it would be on in the Black community. They would be talking about this right here, honey. But it's under Biden. And I don't hear nobody. Now, I'm waiting on you. What? Lisa, amen, cousin. Amen. Amen. I'm telling you. And I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if you voted for Trump or Biden. I don't care. My point is, if this was under Trump, whether you voted for him or not, you would be livid. So those folks who did vote for him, what say you? What is that real? What is that? Oh, that was a cricket. That's Rev. Today, my dear, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing, because in the Trump administration, it was the Hispanics and the Mexicans being treated just like the Haitians. And now we're under Biden, and it's the Haitians being treated just like Trump treated them in his administration. What? And like someone said in the earlier comments, y'all just alike. Just alike. Shayna, I can't even find anyone who voted for Biden. Okay. And that's what I'm waiting on. Whoever voted for him, what you say? What you think? Because I'm telling you, I'm upset with everybody in the White House right now. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, I don't care. Because all of y'all in bed together, if you ask me. Because guess what? Both administrations mistreated people of color. I don't care. What? And look, you know when a Black woman's upset because she starts doing this. She starts to do this with her hands. Like Kevin Hart, start clapping. That's where I'm at. So I don't want to hear it. Oh, Trump, I don't want to hear that. Because Biden is doing the same thing to your people, Black people. And Trump did the same thing to brown people. What's the difference? There is no difference, people. Period. Sunshine, speak, it needs to be said. The truth will set you free. A voice to speak and not to be ashamed. Not be ashamed. I'm telling you. I'm speaking on it this morning. And I'm waiting on anybody to disagree. There's no difference in the White House. I don't care who's voted in. People of color have always been mistreated. I don't care who's in there. And what you gonna do about it? And believe it or not, I don't care. Look, guys, let me educate you real quick. You call yourselves minority. We call ourselves minority. We're no longer the minority. Let me enlighten you. We are now the majority. Ding! Guess who knows that? They do. We act like we don't know. So with that being said, your dollars, matter of fact, $3.7 trillion is spending dollars. Yeah, spending, because we don't own hardly anything compared to, but we spend more than anybody. So with that being said, your dollars have voices. Okay? Because this voting thing, you know, Lisa, I love the background, the topics. Oh, thank you. I think Biden is doing terrible and we got bamboozled. Hello. Kamala ain't doing anything either. Whoa, this is ridiculous. The way the Haitians are being treated like slaves. I'm telling you, come on through, come on through the door. We are consumers at an all-time high. Now, with that being said, thank you. My point, we're consumers at an all-time high. But guess what type of language people listen to? The money language. You don't have to speak Spanish. You don't have to speak Haitian. You don't have to speak Chinese, Asian, Mandarin, whatever. You speak that dollar money language, you can get in any door and you can close any door, because money has its own language. If you got it, you can say whatever you want. And if you don't have it, you can't say whatever you want. So let's just break this thing down. This is truth talk here. Since you have the majority of the folks in office, okay, if you have the majority of the folks in office making the decisions on mandatory vaccinations, abortions, things like that, and not consulting the people who are like women, hello, and giving the employers the opportunity to make that decision on their own instead of making it mandatory, it's like you are leaving out the voices that matter, which is ours. What do you guys think? Hold on, everybody. Y'all sure are hard today. Well, I'm just saying, these policies are just outrageous. I'm wanting everyone to speak up. Where are the Texas congressmen, women? It's happening in their state. I've seen the vice president say something, but not the president. What did the vice president say? I didn't even hear her say anything. But going back to the original conversation, it seems like we're at a time right now that we have no voice. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. As an employer, as an employee, as a person, a woman, it's like everyone's making decisions for us. And we supposed to be the America of the free and we supposed to be able to say whatever we want to say. First Amendment, right? But yet we're being muzzled. So I don't want to make the policy mandatory. I don't want people to feel like they have to do something that they personally don't want to do. So that's going to be my decision. My decision on policies. I'm not going to make it mandatory. Secondly, as far as Texas and the abortion laws and things like that, look, I'm not going to say I'm for abortion. I'm not going to say I'm against abortion. I'm going to say you have your own choice. That's what I say. So what that looks like, I don't know. I might look one way to some people and another way to another person, but I'm simply saying a woman has her right to choose, whatever that case is. Governor Abbott or whoever else can't tell a woman what to do with her body. So that's where I stay with that. But these mandatory vaccinations, I'm gonna leave it up to the person as well. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make mask mandatory. You have to come with a mask, but the vaccination, I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. personally. That's your thing. And that's what I say as a boss. Ding. Um, and the same with the abortion. Up to the people. But going back to topics, Texas border. Stupid what's happening down there right now. Reggie, good morning. Mandatory vaccinations aren't new. You're sure right about that. You're right about that one, sir. You're sure right. Lisa, not much, no action. They just allowed 95,000 Afghanistan people come to the U.S. See, that's what I was saying earlier. You're allowing Afghanistan folks to come here, but not black and brown people. Agenda, ding, ding, ding. Amazon and other companies are giving them jobs fresh off the plane. Girls, shut up. As far as women's rights and abortions, you should be able to choose your faith and make the right decisions on keeping a baby. Cousin, you are on it this morning. Now, that's what I was talking about at the top of the show. You guys flew Afghans, flew them here, gave them shelter, gave them whatever they needed, but yet you send the black and brown people back to their disasters, back to their nightmares. And that to me sounds like agenda. Why would you do for one and not do for the rest of them? But is that America? Doing for one and not doing for the other. Man, come on. Hey, Tarita, what's going on? I just joined. Yes, ma'am. So let me update you. Update you. Topic number 1, the Texas border. What in the world is going on? Ding. Topic number 2, honey. We already know. Mandatory vaccination is hot. It's hot. These two right here. But I spent the majority of my time talking about what's going on in Texas, along that border. And I said earlier I was going to post the pictures, but it makes me sick to my stomach because it reminds me of back in the day. They were called slave catchers, and they would have horses, and they would have whips and lassos. And guess what? That's exactly what they got down at that overpass along the border. Those police officers. How can you, what kind of people are you? You know what? If I was a police officer and they told me to get on a horse, get a whip and a lasso and go down there and round them folks up, I would tell them, man, are you kidding me? I'm not going to do those people like that. They're people. They're not cattle. But guess what? You always got some folks that's willing to do the damage, aren't you? Yeah, you always got some folks that's willing to do the dirt. Oh, Meredith, hey. Sunny Hostin said on the View. That's what I was saying earlier. She said it on the View. Haitians are not getting help because they are Haitian. She basically was trying not to say because of the color of their skin. Boom, baby. That's what I said earlier. They flew them here, honey, and gave them shelter and refuge. Yes, they flew them. And then, like my cousin said, they're giving them jobs off the plane. What? Come on now. Exactly. Yes. Now the vaccination could also be your choice. I'm against the mandate that if you don't get vaccinated, you will get fired. Well, that's not right. Yeah, exactly. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on that just ain't right. It's just not right. And I know how to say perfect English, but I don't feel like it this morning. I don't feel like it. No, I'm upset about what's happening in this country of ours. And yes, I'm praying. Yes, God knows all. Yes, God is still in control. I'm not arguing none of that. All at the same time, guess who we are? We are his feet, his hands, his mouth, his eyes. Yeah, we're here to make a difference. So, are we doing that? That's the question. What is the church doing? And when I say the church, I don't mean four walls. I mean you. You're the church. What are you doing? Now, I'm not saying go down there and pick up some people and take them back to the house. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying we all can do something. 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 That's why it's imperative we need to stay prayed up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We all need to do something. Pray, yes. Don't stop praying. You're going to need some prayer dealing with this mess right here. But all at the same time, you have a voice. And right now, I'm going to be frank and honest. Your voice is money. Because we can't vote for a new president until 2024. We can't vote in elections whenever something goes down to happen right then. We have to vote when the elections are going on. But once they are in there and they don't do the right thing, they can't just leave. We can't just kick them out. But I'm going to tell you what will make them holla. If you withhold funding, whether that's campaign funding, whether that's stop buying some stuff that maybe they use or they sell, make your dollars talk for you. That's why you don't see Uncle Ben's. That's why you don't see Aunt Jemima syrup, because our voices came together and spoke, and we can still talk with this. Tarita, how can I monetize my voice? Maybe I need to speak with you offline. I've got tons to say. Okay, let me give you some examples. In Atlanta, it was a while back. Atlanta didn't like something Coca-Cola did. It was either a commercial or some kind of advertisement. And the headquarters of Coca-Cola is in Atlanta. And so Atlanta said, Coca-Cola, we don't like that advertisement or that commercial or whatever. You need to change it, take it down, whatever. They didn't do it. They stopped buying Coca-Cola. Within weeks, they lost billions. Because mind you, Atlanta got a lot of tentacles out there. So if they said don't buy and people stop buying, baby, guess what? Coca-Cola said, oh, wait a minute. Okay, we surrender. Money, honey. Hold your money. You don't like what's going on? Stop buying it. Stop buying something that you want to make a footprint with. Stop buying it. Another example. Ladies, these beauty places or whatever, you want something done? Stop going. Stop buying the hair, the whatever. Stop. See what happens. Nails, stop going to the nail shop. If you want them to do something, whatever. But you got to do it with a group of folk with the same mind. That's where you might get some problems. That is where you might get some problems. Oh my goodness. Oh no 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 no. Oh, let me see. Let me see. I missed some comments. No, 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 no. Let me go back. Let's see. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I read that one. Yes, cuz I agree. Stay prayed up. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you have tons to say. Okay, I remember that one. Uh, I know, cuz. But let me go ahead and wrap it up. So let me wrap up my thought process. Folks, we have an opportunity to say something. We have an opportunity to say something about this administration. This is not right. And whether you voted for him or not, you need to speak up. This inhumane treatment is not done to everyone. It's done to Black and brown people. So as a people, we need to stick together and we need to say something. Observation is obligation. Let me say that again. Observation is obligation. If you see it, that means you need to do something about it. Social media has a voice. Say something. I don't care where you are. Say something. Talk with your money. You hear? You heard me? You guys take care. Check us out tonight, late night with MonaLisa. We come on 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Let's talk some more. Love you. Take care.